Hello, good morning, everyone. So I'm Jess. I'm the local SEO consultant at Partoo, and today I'm presenting together with Gillian, our international account executive at Partoo.
Hi, everyone. We are delighted to have you here with us for the launch of our newest and most exclusive consumer survey, which is the third edition. Please feel free to use the chat button to write to us and let us know where you're connecting today.
Cool.
Okay,
Hi.
Norway, Belgium, Netherlands.
Oh, from Norway.
Okay, from everywhere.
Oh,
Great.
I have a pretty diverse.
Yeah. Switzerland.
Okay. Yeah. While the other guests are connecting, I'll also briefly introduce Partoo, to those who didn't know it yet. So Partoo is a all-in-one platform to help local businesses to be more visible online, have a better reputation and conversion. So our mission is to help any businesses that has physical locations to get closer to their clients. And actually our clients range from large enterprises to SMBs as well as resellers. And today there are already more than 300,000 stores from more than 1,000 brands relying on our technology and services. And it's really nice to meet you guys. And thanks for connecting in the morning on Tuesday. And we'd like to see people from all across Europe. And before I start, I'd also like to show you some features of Livestorm so that you can interact with me and Gillian anytime during the webinar. And don't hesitate if you have any questions. So on the bottom right of Livestorm, normally you see a chat button where you can just chat with us or post your questions whenever you want. And there's a dedicated question section, which is just next to chat. Also, there's the poll next to questions. So from time to time, we'll launch some polls and we welcome you to also post your answer from the poll. Well, then let's start. So today we're going to take a tour of the consumer journey, starting from the local searches carried out by a consumer when they're looking for product or service that is close to them. And then we'll focus on how reviews impact a brand's reputation, which directly or indirectly influence the consumer's decision-making, which means either to go to your store or not. We will also go through the actions taken by the user until they reach the purchase stage. We asked our respondents what their criteria are to make a decision and their preferred platform to contact the store. Also, throughout the session, we'll offer you advices on how to optimize your online presence and improve your reputation. And finally, we open it up to a Q&A session. Also to mention that the data presented here was collected in our first of its kind study, which is in a partnership with the Epistle Research Institute. It's a leading company in the market research industry. So from this study, we gathered a sample of more than 3,000 respondents from France, Spain, and Italy, aged between 18 to 64 years old. And at the end of this session, we'll also share the link to the PDF so that you can have exclusive access to the material. And here you can see better the demographics. The online questionnaire was administered in March of 2024. Here we can better visualize the gender, age, and country distribution, always, of course, with the aim of biasing the answers as little as possible. Well, now we enter the world of local searches. So I think those who work in the digital marketing field know that the habit of conducting local searches before any purchase is already ingrained in new consumers. And it's reported that 91% of purchases made in the physical stores were preceded by an online search. And this is according to a study published by Think with Google in 2020. So normally we start this journey with awareness, which would be when, for example, someone exploring or researching, but not necessarily willing to buy. And this is the moment when a user carries out a search for information to better understand which businesses can meet their needs. While this marks the beginning of the consumer journey, the information they're able to find in their Google search will determine how they proceed. So for this phase, we wanted to understand from the respondents where they search, why they search, and what factors they give more importance. And here we have the main results. So in terms of where, our study found out that 87% of respondents indicate that Google is their main source of local searches, being by far the number one platform for respondents. Actually, I would say there's no surprise, as in the previous year, Google also remained the first place, and with 88%, even 1% more than this year. And close behind is Facebook with 21%, Instagram with 15%, and Apple Maps with 12% user preference to conduct a local search. So now I have a question for the floor. Please vote using the poll. What platforms do you use the most in your local search? Is it Google, Instagram, Facebook, or Apple Maps? So you can find the poll in the poll button on the bottom. And we would like to see your answer. While we wait to receive the rest of the votes, I also have a question for Jillian. So based on your experience, which platform do you prefer to conduct a local search?
Oh, I was answering the poll at the same time. For me, it's a no-brainer. It's I spend my entire life on Google Maps. So I don't have Instagram, so that's the first thing. But yeah, Google Maps and a little bit of TikTok, because I like to have like the visual, and it's getting like more and more trendy. So I would say Google and TikTok now for me. What about you?
Yeah, I would say most of the time I do local searches on Google, but I think more and more I'm also cross-checking on Instagram. I use Instagram a lot. I think Instagram is a good way to, for example, check pictures and also check those live stories. Whenever people are like eating in a good restaurant, they like to post their good food, and I would like to see that. So yeah, I would say Google and Instagram. Well, let's see what.
10% for Google.
Well, yeah, I see that most of our attendees today have chosen Google. Actually, it's pretty aligned with our study. We have 89% people choosing Google, with I think a bit of people choosing also Instagram and Facebook. So cool. Also about the where, it's interesting to dig into the data and understand the origin of those actions. That is, from which devices. I skipped the previous slide. It's also important to know from which devices they carry out their local searches. And we collected information from our customers, and we have come up with also the following numbers. First is 82% of the searches carried out were from mobile devices, compared to only 18% from computers, which indicates a much greater inclination to find a business they want to visit while on the move. And meanwhile, 57% of searches were made from the browser or Google search bar, compared to 43% that were performed directly on Google Maps. And as we know, when an internet user conducts a local search, it could be divided into two types of searches. One is called notoriety search, and another one is called discovery search, which describe two different needs of the user. So in the notoriety search, it includes direct search, where the consumer already knows the company and the place they want to go to, but at this moment, they're seeking for more information online about, for example, the direction, the opening hours, etc. While brand searches, on the other hand, refers to when the consumer knows the specific products they want to buy, but still has doubts about where to find it, for example, as shown in the example on the slides. And on the other hand, we have also discovery searches, in which the user finds their location through categories, attributes, or just generic products and services names. So it's also important to know that about 50% of local searches are discovery searches, which means that many potential customers don't really have a specific brand or place in mind, but they seek for recommendations from Google or from social media. That's why your optimization on all those publishers or social media to get recommended is crucial. And interestingly, other digital platforms are also joining the local search landscape, although Google still remains the number one. So our study infers that TikTok has a growth of 33% in the Spanish territory. And I think that also explains why Gillian is on TikTok and looking for local businesses as she's right now in Barcelona. This is an interesting trend to observe as the platform now also presents itself as Google's biggest rival for local searches, suggesting by its changes in its feature and algorithm. And among the French people 18 to 24-year-olds, Apple Maps showed an 80% increase in the platform preference for conducting a local search compared to the rest of respondents. These changes indicate the importance of closely monitoring user behavior and adapting your digital marketing strategies to make the most of platforms, which are becoming more and more relevant for local search across different markets. And with regard to the intention of user conducting a local search, 70% point out that it's just to check information about the store, such as addresses, opening hours, menu, products, etc. While 43% point out to use it mainly to read reviews from other customers, and 39% actually compare stores that come out in local in search results, and 24% is to discover a new store. After all these searches, what action do users take? According to data from our more than 18,000 stores in Europe, each store per year receives, on average, more than 1,200 phone calls per point of sales, more than 1,700 clicks on website per point of sales, and more than 3,700 itinerary requests per point of sale. And finally, we asked what was the most determining factor in choosing a store. So 42% of respondents answered that reviews are the most important criteria of their choice, followed by 39% who revealed that it's the distance between themselves and the store. Actually, only 18% say that it's the brand itself. So to finish this session on managing your online presence, we have two pieces of advice in particular to share with you, which are of paramount importance for improving your digital strategy. First, to spread your information. Consumers navigate seamlessly between this online and offline worlds. They research products online before they go to a store or browse your websites, and then they compare the deals. This omni-channel customer journey makes a strong online presence crucial for brick-and-mortar stores. A well-maintained online presence acts as your digital forefront, which visible 24 hours a day. The local SEO ensures that your store appears more in relevant searches, which generate traffic, of course. It's a strategy we know as drive to store. So a strong online presence isn't just about having a website or a marketplace. And secondly is to integrate your channels. It's about creating a cohesive strategy that integrates your physical and digital channels, ensuring a consistent brand and message across all platforms. Encourage online reviews, take advantage of your social media to showcase your in-store experience, and use data to better understand your customer base. And of course, make your online presence count. So I think I've shared a lot about how to optimize your online presence and what matters in terms of presenting across the different platforms. And now I will just hand over my time to Gillian, who will also share with us topics about e-reputation.
Thank you, Jess. There will be a lot of numbers as well. And now we're going to jump into the impact of reviews on your digital reputation. So it's time to identify potential service providers by comparing them with the competition. So typically a business is chosen over another when the consumer has the most informed decision and a search engine like Google has ranked your business in the local pack. So at this stage, The comparison can include things like product features or what consumers get with different service packages, pricing, and reviews. Therefore, let's take a look back at the steps taken from local searches to digital reputation concerns. So your brand, okay, understood that the consumer journey starts in digital, going through local search, and you have optimized your local strategy, working on your categories, attributes, paying attention to NAP consistency, etc., etc. As a result, your store started to climb the ranking until it appeared on the local pack, which is where most users land and stop. Therefore, your listings start to receive more traffic, more route requests, more messages, phone calls, etc., etc. And you start to get a dimension of the impact of your local strategy on your sales conversion. So finally, you now need to help the consumer decide for your store over the competition. So this is where reviews come in as a decisive factor. So now I have a question for you guys. What weight do reviews have within your digital strategy? And I ask you to answer truthfully. Answer from 1 to 5, with 1 being a very low weight importance and 5 being very high weight importance. So what weight do reviews have within your digital strategy? Let's see in the polls. Did we submit? Okay. I'm not sure, Jess. Do you see the answers?
Yes, I see results. I think quite a lot of people have voted. I think most of people have voted 4, and then 3. So
3 and 4.
yeah, half of our attendees voted 4, and 20% people. Well, it's still changing as people are still voting.
Yes, people
But
are
I
still
would say,
voting.
yeah, still most people voted 4, which is like very important, but not super important like 5.
Yeah, we don't have any 5. Oh, we have like 13% of 5.
Yep.
It has a weight, but not the biggest one.
So yeah, so I would say that most people, well, at least it's like from medium to very important.
Yeah,
Because
we still have 47, more than 55% thinks like it's very important, like 4 and 5. So yeah, going back to our research, we found that 67%, I'm gonna just change this slide. So we found that 67% say the photos of a business play an important role in deciding whether or not to go to a location, while only 12% say it's not that important. And on the flip side, 67 as well ranked positive review and recommendation from friends and family as being the factor that most influenced them when considering a purchase decision. So 42% said that the company's quick response time via messaging was the most influential factor. We can also see on this slide that consumers really heavily rely on reviews, and over 50% of users read reviews weekly, which influence their purchase decision. 35% read reviews several times a week, making them a constant factor in daily activities, and 22% checks reviews every single day, highlighting their crucial roles. So we also see that reviews significantly impact decision. Of course, 69% of respondents agreed that reviews and rating influence their choice of a business. And overall, positive reviews are key, and they can be a driving force in attracting and retaining customer. We also shouldn't underestimate the neutral audience, which is 24%, as their opinion can be swayed by positive reviews. So now, I bet you're wondering, But are all industries impacted equally by reviews? How can we know which sectors are the most or the least impacted? So on that screen, you can see that the chart that represents the key areas where reviews play a role in consumer decision making. Unsurprisingly, we have bar and restaurants at the first place when it comes to the impact of reviews on consumer opinion. However, compared to the previous year, this sector went from 81% to 75%, representing a drop of 5%. So for this, customer reviews are a very, very effective ally. And in the second place, we have the hospitality sector has the most impacted by review, reaching 65% of respondents' choice, still representing a decrease of 8% compared to the previous year. And in the third place, so still on the podium, we have the health and human service sector, with 48% of the votes, representing an even bigger drop compared to the previous two sectors of 16%. On the other end, we have multimedia decoration stores. We also have fashion, and in the second place, we have beauty aesthetic, with respectively 38% and 17%, where the sectors that gained the most importance within the reviews compared to last year. In this chart, we can see what consumers look for in review, and what we can see in first place, the consumer is craving for fresh reviews. 72% prioritize recent reviews to understand current customer sentiment. The balance is key. 61% seek negative reviews alongside 59 looking for positive one. You should, of course, respond to all reviews and do not delay. Consistent online reputation management is crucial. It's not a monthly task. Address both positive and negative reviews to convey like a strong message. And today the customer have like very high expectation and low tolerance. Consumer are very, very selective. 36% require an average rate between 4 and 4.5 star out of 5, with only 2% accept a minimum of 3.5 star. So recent reviews, photos, and a high average rating are essential for attracting customers, and an active online reputation management with timely responses is key to acquiring and retaining consumers. Consumers, so they take negative reviews very, very seriously. A significant number actively seek them out before making a decision, and nearly half always check negative reviews before visiting a store, and another 25 check them occasionally. So only a small minority of 9% never look at negative reviews. So this data underscores the importance of actively monitoring and managing negative reviews. So by responding quickly and constructively, business can lessen the impact of negative feedback and demonstrate their dedication to customer satisfaction. So now, we turn the question to you guys. As consumers and not as managers, if you would be willing to visit a store after receiving a constructive response to a negative review left. We're going to see the poll. Jess, what do you think? Would you go back to your place where you left like a negative review, but you got an answer?
I would say I will consider, but I'm not 100% sure. But I would say that if I left a negative review and then never got an answer, I will for sure not coming back, and I might spread the negative feedback to my other friends and tell them don't go because it's bad.
Same. Like on this one, I'm a very complicated one as well. Allora. Let's see what it says. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Wow, you guys are much nicer than I am. So it's Like
Yeah.
it's almost like it's like 1/3 people will actually go back. Like 70% of the people will go back if there is like a constructive response from the shop. Okay, guys.
Very nice.
Very interesting. That's very interesting because when we were talking about this, just the two of us, we're like, we wouldn't expect that kind of numbers. Okay, that's good. You guys are like super nice. So let's move on. So when we ask to rate from a scale of 0 to 10 on how much chatting with a store can affect their purchase intention, respondent scores showing between 5 and 8, meaning that contact with the store is a big factor in consumer purchase intention. So here are the expert tips. So what do we take away from all these numbers? So we draw some conclusion that can help you better manage your virtual storefront. So bad reviews can hurt your business when not handled properly. So taking care of bad reviews is a way to win back your customer and attract potential consumers. A quick reaction to the review left on your profile can be beneficial for your omni-channel strategy, and the ability to use response model and AI can help you manage your reviews. Also, keep an eye out for reviews because they may come from multiple platforms, and follow our recommendation from our team of experts to help you get like the most out of your online presence and get closer to your customers. Now we are almost in the final stretch of this webinar, and we talk about the user's favorite channels of contact with the stores. So here we look at how users initiate contact with stores through a digital platform, whether it's through email inquiries, phone call, or instant messaging. Understanding users' preferred methods offers insight to optimize customer engagement strategy. So when the user already know your brand, then compares it to the competition, it's time for the consumer to decide what to buy or how. So that's exactly where customer to store messaging channel come in. When asked about their preferred methods for contacting a store, consumer want messaging options. 30% prefer in-store messaging or chat due to its speed, and compared to 25% who choose phone calls. The remaining 45% are neutral. So this trend highlights the growing preference for the convenience and speed of online messaging. Investing in a messaging or a chat service can significantly improve the customer experience and meet the expectation of a substantial portion of your audience. Another interesting fact is the confirmation of WhatsApp as the favorite chat platform of European consumers. 60% choose WhatsApp as their preferred chat platform to interact with the store, which represented a growth of 78% in 2023. So in second place, we have the free Google Messages services with 32%, Facebook Messenger with 29%, Instagram 18%, and Telegram with 5%. So we have a big news regarding Google Messages. They just announced a permanent shutdown. So we are wondering what this means for your business and how to keep your customer communication channel open. So we got you covered. You can head over to our latest blog posts that we're going to share in the chat section, or check out our recent LinkedIn newsletter for a deep dive into the reason behind Google decision. The potential, also you can have a look at the potential consequences for your business and some alternative solution to consider. The good news is that now with Partoo, you can also include your WhatsApp channel in our platform and manage all your messages from a single place with our AI agent. So if you are interested, you can get in touch with our team, and we leave the link on the screen here to speak directly with one of our specialists. Reason to contact a store. So this chart reveals the top reason customers contact stores, which are booking appointments, 62%, and obtaining product information, 50%. So this emphasizes the importance of offering easy appointment scheduling and providing clear, accessible product details. Schedule clarity. Schedule clarity is also crucial, with 41% that are contacting stores for this reason. A bit less common, we have the order tracking, 34%, and other inquiries, 11%, but they are still relevant. So optimizing communication channels to handle this priority interaction can significantly improve customer service satisfaction and efficiency. Regarding positive messaging, so a significant 60% of consumers reported that a positive interaction via messaging could influence them to choose a brand or product over the competition. So remember, today's consumers are multi-channel. So previously we saw an average of like 1,250 users clicking from a Google listing to a website. So this highlights that store listings are not just website traffic driver, but also research tools and potential purchase points. So website information impact purchase decision, but it's not the only factor. Okay, when asked about the website influence, respondents gave an average weight of between 7 and 8, suggesting a moderate impact on their purchase intent. And now, in respect to how quick users expect a response from a store that they have just contacted via messages, the majority of customers, so 68%, expect a response within 24 hours, with a significant portion, 37%, expecting within the first hour. So this highlights the importance for store to have efficient customer service processes in place to meet this expectation. So meeting this response time expectation can greatly impact your customer satisfaction and potentially influence their purchasing decision. We look at the messages received from a number of our customers between May and November 2023, and 65% showed purchase intent, requiring inventory checks and service capabilities. So this also suggests that new channel can significantly expand market reach and improve management. So we listed like some advantages, like an on-time treatment of requests, centralization of main conversational channels, assistance from artificial intelligence, the ease of stock control, link sharing, and the possibility to escalate the conversation without waiting for the customer, and many other advantages that phone support doesn't have. So now I'm gonna give the mic back to Jess so we can walk you through our best success case.
Thank you, Gillian, for the very insightful presentation about the numbers. I hope the audiences are still following all the trend and statistics. I know whenever we talk about numbers, it might sound a little bit dry, but it's very insightful, as it's really like a deep study about the consumers based in Europe. And right now, we'd like to also share with you guys some real successful examples based on our real clients. And so the first case is with Game Store based in Spain, and our collaboration is mainly to enhance their online digital presence. So it's about presence management and to be more presented online. Actually, we started to work together since June 2021. And basically, the main goal was to optimize all their Google listings and also to diffuse the information accurately across all other publishers and main social media channel. And the objective is to increase their drive to store traffic, and as well as the call to action. So almost after a year, we saw an increase of 25% in their appearance in local search results, and also a 70% increase in the call to actions, specifically the route requests. And they appeared in over 8.3 million searches in August 2022. So that was almost a year after our collaboration. And the next success case is with Etam, and this project was more focusing on their e-reputation. And so we worked together to help their local team and to answer to their reviews faster and easier, and of course to be more interactive with their customers' feedback. And the results are pretty impressive as well. So after, I would say, around a year so far, and they got an 88% response rates to the reviews compared to 29% in 2019. And they also reduced the response time to 9 days versus more than 2 years in 2019. And they also got an increase of 38 million indirect searches on Google. And of course, right now, as we also implemented our AI automatic reply to reviews, I would say normally our clients' response time is further reduced. Normally, if you have this AI reply to reviews, you can respond to the reviews like within a few minutes. And it's causing even less human resources for the brands. And the next success case is with Meilleur. It's a human resource recruitment agency based in France, and this is more. This project was to help them with managing conversations in a centralized channel. And so we managed to help them to activate and centralize messages for their 190 agencies, like agents in France. And the management is from both the headquarters side and also implemented directly by the agents itself. So the objective is to provide their users a new communication channel, which is through messages, to increase the number of appointments online and also to decrease the number of phone calls, because previously they got a pretty high cost and also a lot of missed calls and whatever. And the purpose is really to create a seamless user journey for their own clients. So the results has been impressive as well. They got 2,400 messages in almost 300 conversations. And what's also interesting is that we found out actually 75% of the messages they received are concerning a purchase intention. So normally we would thought that the messages were about like customer service or complaints, this kind of requests. However, surprisingly, we found that most of them are related to purchase or like leads. And also thanks to messages, they reduced their response time, and normally they respond to the messages within 5 hours, and they achieved a customer satisfaction score of 80%. Now we come to the final consideration and insights in a nutshell built during this study. So in terms of preferred platform, WhatsApp is the favorite of 60% of respondents due to its speed. In terms of diversity of interactions, bookings, inquiries, and trackings are essential for consumers. Regarding influential support, 60% are likely to buy after positive interactions with between the brands and consumers. Also, the AI and human interactions must complement each other to ensure customer satisfaction. And now you might ask yourself, what awaits us going forward? So local searches and the consumer experience are already being affected by the changes in the European Commission's guidelines. Commerce tends to be increasingly conversational, bringing messaging to the center of digital strategy. Also, searches will be increasingly biased by recommendations from other users and bots. Of course, last but not the least, artificial intelligence will play a crucial role in developing your omni-channel strategy. So as most of us already know that Google launched its AI overview officially about 3 weeks ago, and it should also arrive Europe by the end of this year, according to Google. So we would also like to share with you a little bit of our vision about the future of the internet and how we believe that increasingly conversational AI will be playing a critical role in the future of commerce. So I'll be just sharing a little quick video to introduce this. Do you still see my screen? All right.
Yeah, it worked. Perfect.
Great. So this short video shows how a consumer starts his or her purchase by directly texting a brand. In this example, is Nike, and they're using WhatsApp. And the AI would directly answer and give recommendations regarding the products that he might be interested in. Meanwhile, it will be able to check the inventory directly, and the customer will make a purchase straight away if they are happy with the recommendations. It's very quick and short, but don't worry. Let me share this back. All right. So this video is very short. However, I would like to also invite you to the upcoming webinar that our CEO Thibaut Renouf will be presenting specifically on AI overview and the impact it would have on search engines like Google. Obviously, you can directly scan the QR code on the screen to secure your seat. So if you're interested in what's happening the next with Google and with this AI thing, which is like a huge topic across the world, don't hesitate to join this webinar or save it. If you want to join it later, feel free to do so. All right, I hope you guys had enough time to scan the QR code or take a picture. And also from now on, you can download our unpublished study through this QR code. And of course, you will find our study on our blog or on LinkedIn. And of course, always feel free to contact me or Jillian if you need any further info. So just a few last words about Part 2. So a reminder to all of us, Part 2 is an all-in-one tool to manage everything about local online marketing regarding your digital presence on Google Business Profile, on your store locator, or your presence on social networks. It also helps brands to manage your reviews, your reputations, and also to centrally manage your messages with our AI agents. And another reminder that this is just a summary of some of our clients that we already work with. Okay, so I think it's almost the end of this presentation. So I will leave the time to the floor. If you have any questions, feel free to ask or post in the chat. So feel free to post your...
a lot of numbers, a lot of information.
Yeah, a lot of information to digest, but don't worry, we will share the recording and also the slides if you already registered yourself. And of course, always feel free to contact us whenever you need anything else. So I think everyone seems to be fine.
Seems like it, yeah.
All right, cool.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Eve.
Okay, so feel free to contact us. Thank you, Eve. Thanks everyone for your time, and it's really nice to see you in the morning. So of course, after this webinar, if you have any questions or if you want to know more details about Part 2, if you want to know more regarding the vision of future internet, about AI overview or conversational commerce, those kind of topic, feel free to contact us, or you can also go to our website and leave your contact requests. So our team will get in touch with you.
Yeah, we also have like a lot of benchmark markets, a lot of things in different in comparison to different industries. It can be automotive, it can be fashion, it can be healthcare, and we have a lot of numbers analysis on the Benelux market, CE markets, Balkans. So please don't hesitate, and we will be happy to share it with you and to have like a meeting and discuss your challenges. Thank you, guys, and I think that's a wrap.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good rest of the day, and hopefully see you next time. Okay. Bye.
Ciao, guys.